What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Nick.
And Nick.
And this is Nick and Nick
at
Nite. Welcome, everybody. We're so glad you're here. Nick, why don't you run through some of the intro for us?
All right, guys. So first things first, follow us on Instagram, okay? And that is at hickory.flat.youth, all right? That's where you get some announcements for the week.
Yep.
Nick's posting on there to stay connected, right? So give us a follow, share it with your friends, have a great time with that, all right? Next thing, our texting tree. That's how you stay connected with information about small groups, events that we got coming up, which we do have events even though COVID-19 is going on. We still have stuff going on, guys. So be interactive. I know most of you are sitting at home watching Netflix and YouTube videos, watching Jelly Minecraft videos. I know what's going on, okay? I know the people, all right? So text at HFUMYF to 81010, all right? So
make sure in the message field you hit @HFUMYF.
yeah, that's from the ghost because they can't see you.
Because you can't see me.
I really think those are the main announcements. Nick has some news about graduates and stuff like that, so we're going to cut on over to him here real quick.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. While you're here, what's going on, Chloe? See that in the chat. While you're here, drop an emoji, drop a word telling us how you're feeling. We're curious and we want to know. We do have a couple of announcements. In 2 weeks from today, we are on Mother's Day, so love your mamas. That's first and foremost. But that is also going to be our Next Gen Sunday.
What?
And because it's going to be a little bit different this year, we do have a lot of it kind of pre-prepped and pre-planned. But we are doing actually a Mother's Day video, which is something that we've done for the last 2 or 3 years now. And we're actually going to have a drive-up filming on Thursday. So the way it's going to work is we'll be set up in the parking lot, shooting off to some nice background, hopefully, assuming it's not weather permitting at least. And we're going to try to keep it as social distance as possible. You come, it'll probably take 2, 3, 4 minutes, somewhere in that range, and you'll go. What it is, it'll just be you kind of giving us 2 or 3 sentences about your mom, and then we'll go on. So if you're interested in being a part of that video, please try your best to come out. If not, there are some things you can do to give us a video from your house, but I need you to hit me up before that so we can make sure that we get the best quality possible. So there's one, okay? That is one of our updates. Another one is graduates. If you have not gotten your information, or seniors about to graduate, if you've not gotten your information to me, get it to me ASAP, okay? It's due by Wednesday, and that way we can get you everything that you need. Also, we're doing a talent show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Do you know that?
I mean, you brought it up to me.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, I forgot.
We're doing a talent show, and the way it's going to work is on May 22nd, we're going to actually have a production show kind of like this, where we're going to show off the talents of Hickory Flat Church. And we want you to be involved. If you have a talent, film yourself doing whatever talent it is. You have up to 2 minutes, okay? If it's longer than 2 minutes, we'll probably cut you off and all that good stuff. But we want to see what it is, whether you're a singer, whether you're a drawer, whether you're a interpretive dancer, whether you're a basket weaver, whether you're a...
I was going to say, I really hope to see one of those like speed drawers, right? Like it's like, have you ever seen those?
I have.
Like they're drawn real quickly and it looks like nothing, and they like turn it upside down and it's like a fish.
Yeah. So we're actually going to have 3 different age categories. We're going to let the kids have their own from like 3 years old to I think 11 is what we said, and then 12 to 18, and then 18 and over. So if you're in that and you want to be a part of it, submit me a video up to 2 minutes, and yeah, it'll be good. So other than that, the last thing, and probably the most sad one for me, is that we are going to have we're going to have to change up the mission trip this year due to COVID and due to just abundance of caution. So we are not going to do our mission trip to Alabama that we had been doing.
Alabama.
Sorry. We had an intention to go and hang out and work with a group called ARM over there and do a camp, a work site, and then also like a kids VBS type program as well. So we're bummed that we're not going to be able to work with them this summer, but we are going to change it up, and we're going to try to find some local opportunities that we can do as a smaller group. So I don't have a ton of information on that yet because we just decided recently. So give us a couple weeks to kind of get our new ducks in a row, and then we'll have some information for you. But we will be doing something over the summer. We just didn't feel like that was our best bet this year. So sorry about that. But those of you who are graduates or graduating know that you're always welcome to come back on our future trips as a chaperone and stuff like that. So with that, I think that is our main topic.
I think it is.
That was a lot. Sorry about that. That was a lot of announcements, guys, but a lot's going on and a lot's being said. So without any other delay, we have we're about to enter
delay.
that
Post haste.
We are going to jump into a time of prayer. So if you have a prayer request, drop it in the chat or shoot us a text, however you'd like to do that to make it as easy as possible for you. We know obviously the COVID stuff and how it's going on, and we know that George is opening up a little, so to keep that mindful and in our prayers, but also other things are going on and people are feeling certain ways, and I just want to lift you guys up personally, those who are finishing up school here in the next couple weeks, but also kind of like how things are going with you. Are you finding good rhythms in life? How's it going? So interested to hear about that from you guys, but also really want to lift you up. And do you have any prayer requests, Nick?
No, I'm sorry.
He's got nothing.
I mean, I do, but just, pray for people in general. There's a lot of stuff going on, so.
Absolutely.
Pray for small businesses and all that, so. Yeah.
Well, get ready, chat, to chat with us. We're about to, after we do this prayer, we're going to be jumping into a Disney tier list. So we're going to have a conversation around that. And we need your help because Nick's not a big Disney fan, and I didn't find that out until like 5 minutes ago. So I need your help to help us rank.
Well, let me come back on screen. I am a Disney fan for the classics and then Star Wars. All this new fandangled stuff, I'm just... It's all a conspiracy, man. I'm gonna go on my conspiracy, man. It's all a conspiracy. That's all I'll say.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna keep just kind of sliding past that, and if y'all will join us for a word of prayer.
Skipping over that?
Yeah, we're just gonna skip over that. He's probably thinking about rockets under Stonehenge and everything like that. Nick, to pray for us?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for everything you've given us. Thank you for allowing us to gather together and just be together in this place and during this time, spending time together in a creative way. Bless everyone and keep everyone safe during this time as Georgia is starting to reopen back up and exposure will be broadened again. Just keep everyone safe and let your will be done through these times, Lord, and let us be able to speak your word out into the community, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Well, there aren't rockets under Stonehenge, says Caleb. And
amen, Caleb. There aren't. I'm not that deep into the conspiracy theories. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I'm like looking at... I keep moving my hand because I'm trying to see if the shutter speed's right on this camera. But there are some conspiracy theories that are true. It's all
absolutely. So Bella tells us that we need to ask Sky or Abby. So if they're here, they can chime in. If not, we're going to do it ourselves.
Hey, I texted Abby everyone, you can text Abby right now and tell her to get on the stream because I texted her. You guys probably saw me texting. I texted Abby and I texted Emily and I said, "Where are you hooligans at?"
Yeah.
And every week they seem to have some answer. Oh, I'm staring at the clouds or whatever. You know, like there's some excuse.
I mean, the clouds are kind of cool.
I mean, the clouds are out.
But that's something we all can do. Text somebody that's not here and tell them to get their booties up in here. Hopefully that doesn't get us banned out of YouTube or something like that for saying booty. But anyway, we're going to jump over to this tier list. So Nick, can we pull it up?
Yes.
He's texting somebody else real quick.
Yes, I am. I'm texting everyone. Not everyone.
All right. So just so you guys are aware, me and Nick kind of culled the list. This was a huge list that we've already kind of pared down. We don't necessarily think all of these movies deserve to be in tier 9, but
tier D.
They don't deserve to be at the bottom. But for the sake of time, we don't want to be here too long. That we're just going to kind of let it roll like this and go with these movies instead. We got Ellie Clay in the building. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well. So, Nick, tell us what our first one is. Let's kind of start ranking. There are a couple movies on here that
we're going to group together.
Because they're a
first
series.
and foremost, we are starting off with the classics, okay? Snow White. How do we feel about Snow White?
I mean, Snow White is, to me, it's kind of one of the basis of, like, very early Disney. Like,
it is.
I mean, you still have Evil Queen appear in a lot of stuff. You still have the story about the apple. You know, like... Oh, wait.
What?
Is that right? Apple, yes.
Yes.
You know, we have this very essence in the very beginning part. I think you have to at least throw it in an A or B. What are you guys thinking here? We're talking about Fortnite up in the chat a little bit, but what do you guys think? Are Snow White A or B? Anybody having a Snow White as a B? No one really remembers it. I think a lot of people do remember it.
I love how your chats come in before the chat on that computer that is hosting it, or mine.
Oh.
You get the chats before everyone else.
Good. I think we're seeing a lot of B's.
Everyone's saying B. Everyone is saying B.
I think let's go B.
All right. So
we're gonna use you guys a lot here, just out of, and we're gonna try to go through this quick. We're not gonna debate as much, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna have.
The next one is Pinocchio. The Pinocchio.
Yeah. Pinocchio. I like Pinocchio. Pinocchio's like one of those like life lesson ones too, where, don't lie.
Yeah, it is, but I don't know. It's a creepy old dude that whittled a boy and it came to life. It's just weird.
Wiggles a boy?
Whittled.
Oh. I was like, what are you even talking about?
Caleb's saying A tier.
My man's ain't got no string. A, we got a lot of A's and B's here. Nick, what is it that you don't love about it?
I was just never a huge fan of it.
Why?
I just never was. I like Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket's a baller.
I know. I wish they would make a movie about him.
Just him?
Just him. Just him doing cricket things, you know? Like, whatever he does.
Just hopping around.
Like, I literally want to know, like, a day in the life of Jiminy Cricket. Like, he wakes up and what? What does he do?
Okay.
But anywho, back to...
Some people are agreeing with Jiminy Cricket being... Chloe agrees with you that it's not a huge deal.
I would go with B. There's so many better...
But do you think it's better than Snow White?
No. No, it's absolutely not better.
I don't know that I agree, but I'm okay with B. I don't feel super hardcore either way. Caleb says A tier for sure.
Caleb is wrong. But, alright, next one's Fantasia.
I love Fantasia.
I like it too.
Fantasia's like such a cool... It was such a cool visual experience, actually, especially at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I still think still today it's still cool, visually.
We got a lot of A's popping in. Bryce, hello.
Oh, Caleb is saying
slaps.
S tier.
It's crazy. Caleb seems to be one step above everybody else in the
S
room.
tier. I mean, I would give it A. I don't know if I would give it S. Like, S is like cinematographic gold. Like, you know.
Well, I would say it's definitely one of those like defining movies.
I think it helped shape Disney into what they are today.
But
Absolutely.
I think if that's the case, you got to put it at S or A.
I would
Because
go
like
with A.
even A.
A.
I think we're seeing a lot of A's. Caleb even settles with A. Let's throw it at A.
Okay. Dumbo.
Classic Dumbo.
Classic Dumbo.
Not the
Not
new
the
one.
remake.
Good.
Not the
Because
not
the remake
real,
was terrible.
The real life remake. Disney needs to. That's where I'm saying it's a conspiracy theory. They're not coming out with anything new anymore. They're coming out with. They're like,
I mean-
we're rewriting it, and it's the same script, and they're just getting actors to act it out instead of it being
Ooh,
animated.
Caleb says D for Dumbo. Chloe, Ellie kind of give it the B. Ooh, Chloe goes back to C. Sorry. Ellie says A or B. Bryce says A.
I would go with B. It's definitely in the B or C category.
I would put both the B movies though above Dumbo in my opinion.
I could give you that.
So
I mean, I don't agree with about Pinocchio, but Snow White's definitely a better movie than
I
Dumbo.
think I'm going C.
All right, we'll go with C. Bambi.
All right, Bambi.
That is like the up of like movies, right?
What does that mean?
Like, you know, Up, right? It starts off all nice and pretty and everything, and then boom, death. I mean, that's what Up did, right? And everyone's like, "Oh my God, Up is so great," because they reeled you in. I'm gonna cut back to me, right? They reeled you in, and then they went, and then like.
No, the reason Up is great is because of the dog. And
Well, the
only
dog, yes, but like I'm saying, like the plot line, right?
All right, let's go back to Bambi though.
Bambi.
Bambi has a nice aesthetic. It makes you cry. It makes you feel. This one is all over the board though.
I'm not getting.
I see S. I see B. I see A. Woo. I see C or B. Bryce is S.
I cannot give Bambi S status.
I cannot either.
S status
I know
is
they
for
were
like
like-
Star Wars.
I didn't even think Bambi was that great, but I did like Thumper, and I use the word Twitter pated often. I'm good B. I'm comfortable with the B, C
B.
range.
I could do B. I could do B. All right. All right. All right. All right. We're knocking these out. Woo! Only 50 more Disney movies to get. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
but in reality, Cinderella.
I think Cinderella is like.
That's an A.
I think you got to give Cinderella a high one. Like that is
all. Here's all I'll say.
that is the like where all Disney princess movies started.
Disney movies, right? Disney movies. Every Disney movie, it opens up, and what castle is da 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 da? Right?
Oh.
It's Cinderella's castle. So you got some major clout with Cinderella's castle. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't even think about that.
Cinderella is in every Disney movie, good or bad, except Star
well,
Wars.
the castle actually.
Well,
is.
yes, but you
Not
know she's
Cinderella.
up there. You know, like you're not going to give up that prime real estate.
I think most people are saying right around the B range. A.
They're
B.
wrong. A.
I see Bella. I see Bella's going straight D. She does not like the movie.
Fat D.
Why don't you like the movie,
Yeah,
Bella? Give us a reason.
they're saying A or B.
I'm gonna go B.
Okay.
I think that's.
I think it's better than Bambi or Snow White or Pinocchio, but that's whatever. Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland is like trippy.
It is. Now the new one with Johnny Depp's even worse, like trip factor, and just every factor. It's just worse. Alice in Wonderland classic though. I'd give it a B.
Like I'm pretty sure whoever like illustrated the movie was.
They were on some.
They were doing something
They were
they
not
probably should not have been
100%.
doing.
Yeah. They weren't all there. I would give it a B.
Ooh, we got a lot of S tiers coming out.
Look,
A tier.
Wrong.
S, A. We have a couple B or C's. I'm willing to put it in the A.
Okay, A. Peter Pan.
I love Peter Pan. Peter Pan goes straight into A for me.
I would give it an A.
I mean, Peter Pan.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was in theater,
Yeah.
I was in Peter Pan.
Ooh. Who were you?
Who's the first mate of Captain Hook? The drunk guy.
Oh.
Smitty.
Yeah.
I was Smitty. Yeah.
This is tough. Like, because I see the disparity here. I think, is Chloe saying that she was also the first mate?
Oh, that's
Because if so, that's a cool cross gendering there. A or S, definite S. Woo.
A or S. I would give it an A. I would give it an A.
I would not give S to Peter Pan.
I would not
personally.
give. That's my thing. I wouldn't give it S. None of these movies are like
Oh, his name was Smee.
Smee.
Smitty. I'm going
It was
A.
7-8 years ago. All right, calm down.
A tier. That's,
A tier.
Let's keep it moving.
Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and Tramp's a solid B personally. Like,
I
it's
could
such a
give it
cute
B.
movie.
All right, we're moving on.
Oh wow.
Next one.
Well, we gotta at least come on, Chad. Give us something real
they
quick.
don't need to. Stone and the Sword. Nick, we got a lot of movies to move.
They don't go. Oh, we got a lot of A's coming out though.
Nope.
Caleb's calling us out that we do not go S.
We don't go S because nothing's that good.
S is like it doesn't get better. So
S is like Bannerman.
I can think of two movies at least on this list right now that are better than to those movies. So we're gonna get there though. We're gonna get there. Peter Pan belongs in S. Ugh,
I could agree with that. But we've moved on from Peter Pan.
We've moved on.
Lady and the Tramp, guys. Lady and the Tramp has already been in B. We're moving on to Stone and the Sword, one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite Disney classic movies.
Why?
I don't know. I just liked it.
What did you
I
like
literally
about it?
watched it the other day. It's just good. Like, it's just good, wholesome fun. The underdog wins, right? This is like the underdog movie, right? The little boy that's like horrible wins. That's why.
Sword of the Stone's good, but it's kind of average movie storytelling to me.
It is.
I'm a B. Nobody here has seen it. That's how old you are. How does that make you feel? Hold on. Let's pause real quick and give Nick the old card right now.
Oh man, you guys are literally the worst. I'll say that right now. Go. Everyone has Disney Plus. Go watch Sword in the Stone, you losers.
Mom says I haven't seen it because it sucks. Oh, that is awesome.
Okay, whatever.
That is awesome.
I love Sword in the Stone. That's all.
B. I'm a B or C with Sword and Stone. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Let's give it C.
Okay.
Just because
Nobody
I don't
has
agree with.
seen it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Sleeping Beauty.
That's a tough one. I think Sleeping Beauty is really good. I think it's just another one of those classic movies.
We're hitting all the classics, Nick. Like we got
I know.
Oliver and Company. We didn't remove that one earlier. It's going out. We don't have time for that. And Rescuers. Sorry, I'm like whittling the list down as we go on. Sleeping Beauty.
I think Caleb hits this one pretty well. That it's like Snow White, but it's less memorable.
Yep.
So
Yeah, because
if you give Snow White,
she sleeps the whole time.
yeah.
So like you're eliminating the whole character pretty much right till the end.
They
All
all
right.
mess around, get put in comas. True.
101 Dalmatians.
It's a cute movie.
All of them are cute, man.
Okay, but I don't know. Cruella, like when I was young, like when this
Cruella
first
de Vil
came out,
scared me, man.
yeah, Cruella de Vil legit scary.
She is a scary lady. So, hey, let's go off scare factor. These are all supposed to be not happy, but they're children's movies. I would say C.
What?
I would.
It's not C.
But I'm going off of fear factor here, right?
We're seeing nothing but A's and S's.
Okay, then it's going to A. It's because there's a dog in it, Nick. There's a dog in it. They were saying the same thing about Lady and the Tramp.
They didn't say Lady and the Tramp was that good.
They said there were A's for Lady and the Tramp. Jungle Book.
Okay. Admittedly, I love Jungle Book probably more than I should. So I would go straight to A. Huh?
Why?
What? Baloo?
Why? Well, Baloo's a cool guy.
Baloo
but
is
so's
legit
Timon.
the man. If you don't like Baloo, then you need to get out of Disney all the time.
Timon and Pumbaa, or what's his name? Pumbaa? Pumbaa. They're also fantastic. That's all I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but we'll get there, and to me, that's an easy choice too.
Bella just said it's a B or D movie. Like, it's either
somewhere
or
in that
F.
range for her. Yeah, we aren't talking about Lion King yet here. Personally, Nick Yoder, I don't know if I would rank it overall. Like, if I were thinking for everybody, I would probably put it in A. But if I were thinking for myself, I'd put it in S.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're going. Fox and the Hound. They probably haven't seen this movie.
Have you seen Fox and the Hound, guys? It's a solid yes.
Well,
y'all ranked everything.
The chat
else
is
wrong.
delayed a little bit too, so you gotta wait.
No, yes. Fox and the Hound, what do you think? I think I've seen it once. S? Fox and the Hound?
Get out. Fox and the Hound's not that good. I could give it a B or an A, but not an S. Chloe. Once
It's
again,
so
there's
cute,
a dog in it.
she says. It's so cute. I've seen a lot of A's or B's for the most part.
All right, we'll go with A. Even some things out. Robin Hood. That's an A. That's a solid A.
I could agree.
A.
I think Robin Hood is probably, out of all of these, probably the most retold story.
Yep.
Like it comes up more often than not. I would even throw it in S. Because you gotta think Robin Hood is such a classic story.
A or S. That's what we need your input on. A or S for Robin Hood. Give him an option. A or S. Robin Hood is great.
I've seen a lot of S's.
It's going up to S.
We got it. Our first S.
Little Mermaid. Let's do Little Mermaid and Aladdin.
Wait,
we're grouping
at
them
the same
together.
time?
At
You
the
can't
same
group these
yeah,
two.
you can.
No.
Absolutely.
No. I overruled. Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid. Boring B. Little Mermaid is S from the ladies.
No, it's not. Get out.
Little Mermaid C, Little Mermaid A, Little Mermaid B, C, D. The soundtrack slaps to Little Mermaid. Look at
Is
this
that
stuff.
Caleb?
Isn't
Is that
it
Caleb
great?
that said the
Oh, is
soundtrack?
it great or neat?
I don't know.
Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection?
Hey, whoa. We're on a copyright claim if you
sorry.
say longer than 30 seconds. And Disney comes after you.
I'm
That's all
gonna
saying.
say A or B. Personally, that's where I would hit.
We put it in A. Aladdin.
I love
Classic Aladdin, not the new one, guys.
I think I would move Little Mermaid down to B, and I'd put Aladdin at A. In my opinion.
Well, then we'll do just that.
Whoa. It's called fair use. Aladdin A. We got a lot
It's
of
not
S's
fair
there.
use. Disney still owns.
New one is F. Oh, come on. Caleb, I'm going to say you're giving it a little too harsh of a critic there. I thought the new one was okay. And I thought Will Smith actually did a decent job putting a spin on Robin Williams. You can't beat Robin Williams, but he did an okay job.
Beauty and the Beast. It's Beauty and the Beast. Ding.
Beauty and the Beast. To me, this is Beauty and the Beast just feels so like I think it feels good. This was not my type of movie growing up, but I'm a guy. Like,
it's an movie. Yeah, but it's not like how does everyone else feel about it? How does Nick Yoder?
Well, this isn't just my tier list. This is
I know it's our
tier
tier list, but I'm just saying
we have to take like a poll
I'm
of
saying
everybody.
for argument's sake,
Nick Yoder would put it at probably a high B. Like if there was a B plus, I'd put it there.
Okay. So.
I would not go higher than that. Are there 2 Lion Kings on here?
Yeah, the remake.
Oh.
Where's Lion King 2?
Oh, maybe I didn't see it.
I don't see Lion King. Oh, there's Lion King.
So we're still in Beauty and the Beast? I see a lot of A's coming out of
right,
chat.
A. Lion King. That slaps. That's an S. Just saying.
I agree.
Lion
King to me is the best classic Disney movie out there.
It's cinematographic gold. That changed Disney, I think. You have a whole park dedicated to like this, right? The Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
You know? You don't see him having an Aladdin kingdom.
Ellie hits it well. It's good every time you watch it.
It's true.
And Rafiki is the man. Like, the musical is good. I know that doesn't play into this. The musical is really good. The remake, though, is awful. But, like, Mufasa falling into the pit where the stampede is coming is just gut-wrenching.
Yep. Absolutely.
And then, like, the evilness of Scar.
Yep.
Remember whose you are.
Amen, Ellie Clay. It literally created Animal Kingdom. This movie. I mean, it's
S tier.
Hey, it's already in S tier.
Oh, okay.
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas is an average Disney movie to me.
I would say B. Middle. It's good. Okay. Hunchback of Notre.
Well, we got to give them some time to throw it in there real quick.
We'll be doing this all night. You know how many movies Disney's made? Look at how many movies we still got.
We've done pretty good. Most of them are B and C, so let's keep it moving. All right, what else
Hunchback.
we got? Hunchback of Notre Dame. I would say that's another B to me. It's good, it's beautiful, but it's like not amazing.
Hercules.
I love Hercules.
It's good, but it's not great. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like they just left so much on the table. Like they could have done it so much better. I feel like they got in a period in time where they were like gaining steam, that they were just releasing stuff, right?
I think kind of the average here would be a B for Hercules. I'd kind of agree. It's just kind of average to me.
All right, Mulan.
Let's get down to business.
You say that, and that's the song that pops into everyone's head, right? Like, I'm just saying.
To me, Mulan is probably one of the better, like, written Disney movies.
There's Caleb's saying S tier for this. Mulan is S.
Now,
and I have to.
I have Mushu socks. That's awesome, actually.
I have to say, like, it's the plot line's good. The animation for the time is good. The music's
I'm willing
good.
to give it an S, but I need everybody to know that Lion King is better. I'm just saying. I'm down to go S for it.
I would go S.
Oh, Ellie Jones pops in with Bella and says that it's an A. B. Okay. So we got Pocahontas up there.
Tarzan.
Average to me, personally.
I would say B. I mean,
B?
that's average. B.
Yeah, I'd go B with Tarzan. It's a good one.
Oh, there we go. It's good, but it's not like oh my goodness.
Hold on. We're getting a lot of S's though.
No.
If
I overrule them.
It's not good enough to be S, but it's good. That's kind of how I feel. Like it's just not quite there for some of these top ones. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. I think B is okay.
All right, this is Fantasia 2000, which is the rewrite of Fantasia. We didn't see
Let's
this
just
one
skip
earlier.
through
I'm
it.
skipping
let's
through
not
that
do that one.
All right, Emperor's New Groove.
A.
A?
Easy A.
I would say A
I
too.
love Emperor's New
I
Groove.
just watched it for the first time probably like a month and a half ago.
What's the guard's name? Is it Krunk?
Kronk?
Kronk.
Kronk, hit the lever!
I love Kronk.
I would say A. It's not S, but it's definitely not B.
Hold on, let's see what some people say. I'm at A right now with them. Cusco, S tier. It's pretty funny. I agree.
But then you're saying that it is on the same level as Lion King. And the same level as Mulan and Robin Hood. It doesn't hit that, right?
Cusco's poison for Cusco. I think I would leave it at A. It's just not quite at that level for me.
Lilo and Stitch.
Ohana means family. Family means
Forever.
no. It means nobody left behind, Boker.
That's the same thing.
Oh,
Forever.
I'm so disappointed with you right now. I would say A,
I would say A as well.
but we got a lot of S's. Whoa, I'm kind of surprised.
You know what? I'm thinking. Why? Because I think this is the first for their. This is like the first movie that.
Is this the kind of one of the first Disney movies like you guys remember coming out? I think Lilo
Because
and
I
Stitch is
remember
great.
I was young when it came out, but I think this would probably be like.
Bryce says yes, so maybe. Okay, look. They're all saying S. I think we got to give the chat.
It came
this
out in
one.
2002.
Okay, I think we got to give chat this one.
Where they're saying S, A.
S. They're all going S.
I'm
here.
telling you, it's because it's the first movie that they remember. I agree. What is this?
I can't see it.
It's the one. Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. It's good. This is one of like the first newer Disney movies that came out. Is Meet the Robinsons,
Yeah, I never saw it.
and it's just okay.
Bryce says it's an S. It's not bad. I mean, a C, B, A.
I would say
people
C.
are giving this pretty good ratings.
It's good, but I just don't think it's great. That's where I'm at.
Okay, I say let's go. I think B is kind of the average here
Okay,
because we got some C's, some A's.
Bolt.
I thought Bolt was cute.
I've never seen it.
I thought the dog was fun. Bolts probably for me would be a high B. I don't know. I'm probably leaning B here for Bolt.
Okay. B for Bolt. Princess and the Frog. This is the. I'm gonna say this, and this is probably gonna make a lot of people angry.
Ooh, I like this. Oh, you got to pull yourself up to say it.
Yeah, I'm coming back to us. This is the first new Disney princess, and I think that just irked a lot of people. I think like it's just like people are like, because remember they did the whole thing like Brave, Princess and the Frog, and then they hit Frozen, right? And that's where they hit their stride is with Frozen. And people are like, yeah, Frozen, first new Disney princess. You're forgetting about the other two. That's where I'm like, this movie's just not memorable. Like it's okay, but I think it's like on the same level of like The Little Mermaid. Like it's just okay.
Now, you got to read Ellie's comments here. It says literally, she's the best Disney princess because she's hardworking and not dumb, and she's independent.
So that's Brave too.
I never saw Brave, so
But
I'm not.
Brave is like she's a school, right? Or Irish, I don't remember. She's Scottish or Irish. She's not smart or not dumb. She's smarter. She goes and like fights in the army. Same concept as like Mulan almost, right? So like I feel like they're
Everybody here is saying pretty much A or S. I say let's go A, because S feels like super high.
the Frozen movies.
Yeah, we're doing 1 and 2 here, guys, for Frozen.
Which
and
is the me and Nick had this discussion earlier. That I said, if we had to rate them independently, they rate way differently. Frozen 2 is by far way better than Frozen 1.
I think so.
I think that too. Now, thank you, Chloe. She was Scottish. From Brave. Like, Frozen 1, I'm talking B, even C.
Oh, no. No,
Yeah,
no.
absolutely.
I would give Frozen 1 probably an A and Frozen 2 probably an S. I think we got to go with the crowd here, and pretty much everything, like almost everybody's saying S here.
Okay. I don't see it, but I'll give it to him, I guess.
For both of them?
Yeah, you're averaging it, right? So I think Frozen 2, A or S. Frozen 1, B or C.
I would say A for 1 and S for 2. So Sarah's over there singing right now. She's going into the unknown, into the unknown. And
Big
the fact that they got
6.
Panic. Hold on. The fact that they got Panic at the Disco on the soundtrack singing that song, baller.
All right. Big Hero 6.
I love Big Hero 6. I would go solid A for Big Hero 6. I thought it was such a cool. Thank you, Ellie. Wow, I feel so.
What?
She said that my voice was beautiful.
I have auto-tune on. I wish they could see our faces when we say stuff like that.
Bars.
So what did we say about Big Hero 6?
I would go A.
Okay.
I think it's such a cool like superhero kind of movie.
I've never seen it, so never seen it.
So A, we're going with A.
A?
A or B for most people. I see one B, one A or S. Let's go A.
A. Okay. Moving on. Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph.
Okay, we're doing both Wreck-It Ralph. So Wreck-It Ralph and then Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. I love both movies. I'm not sure. It's not Lion King to me, but they're very fun. And Penelope is such a cool little character too.
I love
I'd go A.
A? They're saying S, B, A. So, A. Okay, it's an A.
I see mostly A's, a couple B's, one S.
Zootopia.
Zootopia is very forgettable to me.
It is. It's a forgettable movie. I think that's a lot of what Disney, I think, tends to push out volume, right? They push out a lot of
Yeah.
and then they just hit every now and then. They hit one, right?
It's great social commentary. It's just animals vibing.
The only thing I do have to give them is the DMV scene with the sloths. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I thought it was great because, as some of you kids will learn, DMV is not quick. I thought it was funny.
Almost everybody here is just saying A though.
A?
So maybe we shouldn't be old curmudgeons and go give it to them.
Okay. Hey, did you get my text?
I did.
Oh, okay, did you text me back?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Why we do this next one, we're doing Tangled, Uno, and Dos. There's 2 Tangles, right?
I think there's only one Tangle.
Oh, okay. I thought there was one. Oh, that's Moana. Sorry. I apologize.
We didn't put all of them on there. Sarah, I didn't even see Tangled on there. Where is Tangled?
Tangled's right here.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was Tangled 1 and Tangled 2, so I put Tangled up in the D.
Okay.
So that way we only have one.
I think Tangled's one of the best ones to me.
It is.
Like that's okay. Hold on. What is the lady's name? The mother's name? Do you know? Because that lady is a jerk.
Hey, Chloe, I didn't doubt that there was only one Moana. I thought there was 2 Tangleds. So, thank you very much.
Mother Gotham. Oh! She is honestly probably one of the people I hate the most.
The most?
Out of like some of the evil villains. Because she's so manipulative. She's such a like
I think that is one of the first movies that they did a lot of character development and research.
Yeah.
In like a villain, right? Because a lot of them the villain is bad, right? But they don't like develop as to why they're bad. They're just they're bad. Like this one though, they like layered like the manipulation tactics and all that right into this character, and they captured like a true villain that was like also like not that bad as a person, right?
Yeah.
Because she just wanted her to love her. But then they're like putting the screws on them too.
All right, so give me some rankings, guys. I'm seeing some some talk about it. Soundtrack in the Lantern Scene was a mac. The Lantern Scene is really cool. A tiers. She wanted to stay young, but that doesn't mean you can take somebody else's life and
Dude,
trap
she had
them in
him
it.
locked
I'm
in a
getting salty
castle.
over here. Mother Gotham, you're a jerk.
She's not a good person.
A.
A. All right, Tangled is an A. Now I need you guys to be talking about Moana.
Moana's good. No, I'll get you more.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to communicate while we're not on stream, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think Moana is gotta be a high S or A.
I would say A.
Like it's so stunning visually. Like they go through so many like.
I would give it an A+. That's what I would say.
Did you know that Tangled was made in the Kingdom of Corona? And it's about a princess who was shut in?
Was it really?
That's what Sarah just said. S maybe though, because she saved her people. Like, oh, The Rock's character too is so good. What's his name? I'm so bad with names, guys. But yeah, I would go A or S personally. Maui, yeah, thank you.
A? Is that where A? I'm seeing A over here. Music's good, visually it's appealing. I mean, you could go borderline S. It just doesn't. I just don't feel like it's super memorable.
I've seen mostly S's over here.
Okay, then we're going with S.
That is it.
That is it.
That is a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Boker, we did it.
We did it. We're back.
We're here.
We're here.
Just so you guys know, we are probably going to go a little bit over time. Hopefully you stick around with us.
We're gonna go way over.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right. We have a conversation that we want to have. We have a conversation about unity, and unity is definitely one of those things that, to me, it seems like it's getting scarcer. But that's not always a bad thing, and it's not always something that we always have to have as unity. But
Absolutely.
I do think, and what I really want to talk to you about, Nick, what I want to talk to you guys in the chat here, is like, is how do we be a unifying force in maybe what most would consider a divided world? Matthew Lorenz, I see your question about the video of the week. Nobody submitted a video, or at least I didn't get it, so there was no challenge.
So does that mean you're bringing me lunch this week, or
Do you want me to bring you lunch?
No, it's okay.
So we'll re-up it. If you're interested in making a video, okay, for a video of the week that we'll show on stream, I will bring you lunch if you win. If you get the best one, if we all agree that yours is the best,
and all I'm saying is, if only one person submits a video,
you're the best.
you're the best.
There's no other challengers in your way there. So make it. It's a Disney-themed one. So we just talked about all these Disney movies. You can recreate your favorite scene if you want to. Okay?
I want to see Bryce tell your sister. I want to see you and your sister recreate the Frozen 2 scene with Olaf.
Which one?
The one where he does the monologue.
Oh, that's the best. Olaf dead.
Everyone.
Everyone dead. That's probably my favorite part of that movie, actually. But so let's dive into it, Nick. Like, if I were to ask you to tell me the place where you see the most unity. And chat, please join us. Please join us in this because this is a conversation that I'm particularly interested in your point of view and how you see things. Like, where do you see the best example of unity?
Like right now.
Right now, in society, in your world, wherever.
That is an interesting, I think because I think you see it like in community still, right? You see all these like small businesses. I see it from being like a first responder is like all these small businesses that are struggling still. They're still like uniting, right? You have other businesses sponsoring restaurants to cook meals for first responders or for the hospitals, or you're seeing people that got laid off, or seamstresses. They're making masks for people, and like you see some of them, they're like, you just tell me how many masks you need, I'm just going to make them for you. I'm not going to charge you, right? And you just see like, I think you see Americana, true Americana once again. I think in this, right? Because you see like, it used to be a lot of like everyone running in their own directions, right? And now all of a sudden you have a lot of people just helping their neighbor. Like, I mean, I'm seeing tons of people like going on walks. They're keeping their 6-foot rule, right? But they're going on like I know a couple of my neighbors. They go on like a walk together now, right? But they're staying 6 feet apart, you know, like they're maintaining their social distancing. But they're like, well, like we did this like 20 years ago, but now all of a sudden we're doing it again. So we got so busy, and now all of a sudden we're having like everyone's being united. I think like unified like in different ways, like culturally speaking, like we're kind of getting back to the roots. And I saw I had to drop a treadmill off at someone's house. We got rid of our treadmill.
Yeah.
And we dropped it off. And it was in Bradshaw Farms. They had tents set up at the end of driveways, right? Like 5-6 houses in a row, like both sides of the streets. They had their like little canopies set up. And they're like barbecuing, right? Like there's like some guy out there barbecuing. Like there's a couple dads barbecuing food, and like one, like they all have like the play stuff, and they're all like talking to each other across from their driveways, interacting and just being like a community, being unified, taking care of one another, but like following the rules too.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I think like it's like unified is like. It's hard to like say like this is like, because there's so many like little things that I think like when you take all like the barbecues and the walks and the people donating food and like all this, like that as a whole, like that one thing, that's not unification.
Yeah. But
like looking at it like a big scale, it's like big family, I think. Like I saw some guy, he delivers the newspapers, and he like put a note in everyone's paper when he delivered it one day. I was like, if you need anything, just let me know. And he's getting like phone calls, like dozens of phone calls a day. And it's all these elderly shut-in people that can't get out to get stuff. They're calling him. They're like, hey, because he was like, hey, my name's Bill or whatever, and I've delivered your paper for the past 15 years.
Yeah.
If you need anything, call me and I'll get it for you.
That's cool.
Like I just see like you see like individuals or people just going above and beyond.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think there's really a cool opportunity that this all has created, and I'm seeing that even in the chat. Chloe was talking about at work how there's a lot of unity. My guess is that you're still at Chick-fil-A, Chloe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like we're seeing that parents and kids are hanging out. Ellie threw that out, and that they're actually hanging out with people in their local area. Right. You know what I mean? That they're seeing and hanging out. And it's interesting how something like this, where it makes it feel like we're all shut in, but that unifying part has come out. You know, it always seems like this is kind of my second tragedy, I would say. 9/11 being my like kind of like the biggest one in my life, or maybe not the biggest after all this is said and done, but it was the first one. It was the first kind of defining one in my life, and I saw a nation kind of come together. Right. And I kind of feel like now it's kind of like we're all in this together. Like everybody's experiencing the same tragedy, But I guess I still see the cesspool of Facebook and Twitter and all this stuff where you got people just like butting heads. Like everybody's trying to make this a political agenda. Everybody's trying to make this a, this is the way you should do it, or this is the way you should do it. And in my opinion, honestly, I think it's an impossible situation. I think, it's one of those things that you're either really good or you're really bad, no matter which way you choose, right? So I don't know how to sort through that.
I've seen that too, right? But you didn't ask me, like, what are the pros and cons you've seen?
I know.
How have you seen unity? And I think, like,
so that's the best
in
example.
any situation,
Yeah.
I think during, like, 9/11, you probably could, like, you would probably still find negativity out there, right? In one way or another. But I think, like, in any situation you can find the negativity, but I also think you can find the positive if you look for it.
Absolutely.
So.
And I think the biggest essence of a lot of this is understanding that you don't have to be on either side, and you can still find the good and the bad that you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you kind of define that as you will. But I have a hard time kind of sitting by. Like, I'm not an online arguer. I avoid them with everything about me. And here in the Methodist Church, we've had a couple of these opportunities with, the homosexual stuff in terms of gay clergy and ordaining people who claim to be homosexuals. We've had that as a dividing factor, so maybe I've seen that a lot. I think politically right now we are at polar opposite ends of the spectrum, where you have people who are really angry at the other side for just about everything. Like, I feel like we can't agree on anything. Like, if one side would be like, hey, this virus is bad, the other side would be like, it's not so bad.
In today's society, and I think it's because of social media and all that, there is no middle ground anymore, right?
Yeah.
You got your red and your blue, or your left and your right, or like yes and your no, right? There is no like maybe, right? It is like either you are for it or you're against it. You're on bandwagon A or bandwagon B.
Yeah.
There is no middle ground.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of social media and the news and all of these, it's not just one thing. It's like all of these all these tiny little things that play into this bigger picture that cause that.
What would you say is at the heart of division?
My opinion, it's politics. Politics play a huge part. Like, I think that overarches everything, right? Because it's like, well, I've heard the conspiracy theories. Well, it's an election year, so that's why all this is happening. I'm like, or could it be that it's like just a bad thing that has happened?
Yeah.
I think there's not just one sole thing that plays into it, but I think you look at politics, like the left and the right, and it's like, it's not just left or right, it's these 50 issues and these other 50 issues that people just polar, like, oh, I agree with 26 of these issues, so I'm going to go this way, and I agree with 26 of these, so I'm going to go that way. And it's like, they might not agree with everything, but they agree with enough that they have to agree with everything else. And so I think that's the heart of like our issue. I think then that plays into the whole church and family and like all of that. It all plays into it on some level.
I think, to me, at the heart of division, I think it's a desire for control and a desire to be correct at all times. And I think that's a negative way to approach it, quite honestly, because I think if you look back even at history, and this is just a real quick, I'm not going to go into a lot of it, but if you look back at segregation, you look back at women's rights, you look back even not so distant, the social issues, Civil War, like you look back and it's really about people afraid of change and people afraid of not having the control they once had. And they're afraid that some people are going to take over some of their own power. And I think you even see that in places in the Bible. I think you really see that with Jesus, actually, with the Pharisees, right? Like,
you see it everywhere.
Yeah,
right. You
this
see
isn't
that
a
in
new
the
thing.
Old. You see it in the Old Testament too. So like even going before Jesus, right? Like you had your kings and your rulers, and then you had judges. That's like one of my favorite books, right? Like I'm just saying, because it was like, I call it like the Wild West of the Bible, right? Like it's just these guys, and God comes down and is like, hey, go murder this guy because he's not doing what he's supposed to do, right? And they're like, okay.
sure, why not?
Like no questions asked. They're like, cool. Let me go like strap on my sword and just.
Yeah. Ellie put in the chat, she says, I don't feel like it should be about political opinions, but just loving and accepting everyone regardless of left and right issues.
I
wanna
agree
say-
with that. I don't think it should be that, right? I don't
probably.
think. I agree with Ellie. Like it should just be about loving your neighbor. Like it doesn't matter what you believe or who you love or anything, right? Like it doesn't matter what you look like. You just need to care about each other.
I think we have to get rid of the stereotype that if you disagree with someone, that you have to be against them. I think we can be in disagreement, but still be in a space of respect and loving one another. And I think at the very root of us as a society, I think that's exactly what we need to strive for. And I want to encourage that to our viewers, anybody who's going to watch, is don't only look at social media for your opinions, but also like
Look past it.
Look past it.
My biggest thing, right? So I think a lot of people, they get their politics from their parents or the environment that they're raised in church or whatever, right? I encourage you, develop your own opinions, do your own research, like develop your own opinions about everything. Like
Yeah.
don't just go, well, that's what I was told by some guy, so I'm just going to believe it.
yeah.
It doesn't do anything for me.
But you want to know like what I really loved about how Jesus kind of approached it, and just from a like not even a youth pastor standpoint, but just kind of like as a spectator, kind of reading about how he approached things, is he did go in and be like, hey, you guys are doing some of this wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what was like the last thing he said or one of the last things he said on the cross? Forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing.
Absolutely.
You know, like he didn't take that as like condemn all these people who hated me. You know, he didn't look at it like they were necessarily the enemy. He was trying to teach them a good way.
Absolutely.
He was trying to teach them a better way. And I think as people, like, we need to be okay with disagreeing with each other. Because I'm not going to agree with everything you say, Nick.
No,
I
absolutely.
mean, shoot, we just did a tier list, and how much were we getting called out for not putting something in S or A or B or C? Or,
Which, I mean, all I'm going to say is you guys were all wrong, but it's whatever.
But we need to be in a space that we can, well, as Ellie put just in the chat just now, peacefully disagree.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean you don't talk about it either. Because I don't want to make it seem like, hey, you have to minimize what you think so for the sake of unity, because I don't think that's it either. I think we have to tell each other that, like, I respect your opinion, and you have to treat them as such, but also give them a space to talk and to chat and to hang out. You know what I mean? Like don't us adults, okay? And I'm gonna be real honest with you. We don't always set the best example.
Absolutely not.
I think
Absolutely not.
I
No.
think even people older than me don't always set the best examples. People younger than me don't always set the best examples. So I think we have to let go of the fact that we have to be right and really seek out what we think is true. Don't try not to let everything else play into it. Obviously, you have people you can trust and who you consider wise counsel, who's open. But understand that we can live in a society that can be divided in opinion, but unified in character. And I think if you love what you're seeing right now, emulate that all the time. Be a good neighbor.
Yeah, and like when all this kind of dies down, don't stop. It'll be
Yeah.
easy to like just be like, oh, everything's back to normal. I'm gonna go back to my. Don't. I mean, I've made changes in my life that I'm going to make every attempt
To maintain.
to maintain them. Now, am I gonna fail? Probably. I mean, I'm only human, so like,
True.
it's gonna happen, guys.
Well, I just want to leave you guys with that. We want to leave you with that. Nick, I think because of the sake of time,
Yeah.
we're just going to end it there.
Okay.
And we have another game, but
We'll play it next week.
we'll play it next week.
There
It's a
you go.
fun game.
I like it. I was fascinated by the game earlier.
Yeah. I think
So-
we've had a good time here though today, and I appreciate
I
all
think we have as well.
all the interaction with you guys. It's just been such a good, fun, energetic time, and I hope
Yeah.
you guys are finding some goodness coming out of this. I think we're here at least to the end of youth group time frame through the summer, and I
Unfortunately,
imagine we'll be here through here part of the summer at least too.
I know they talked about today in church. It's like May 13th, 14th we're closed. So it's like we'd come back for like if we come back, we're coming back for 1 week.
Yeah,
Like we're so it's
yeah.
but we're gonna figure out ways.
We're going to figure out the
fun
best possible ways
yeah.
to stay connected, and it might look a little different than the past, guys. Just be prepared for that. But it's our goal to stay connected as Christians, as the body of Christ, but also as a youth group. So thank you, guys. I see some goodbyes in the chat. Bye, Ellie. Bye, Grant. Bye, Bryce. Anybody else who's here, guys, we thank you so much for being here with us. We love you. Share out the stream. Let people know that this is happening. And any last words?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got one last word.
Do the text tree. I know. I'm shameless self promotions. And the Insta. Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
hit us up there.
Submit a video this week.
Yeah.
Contact us about Next Gen Sunday.
Yeah.
That's super important. We're trying to stuff that we are pre-recording. We're wanting to get done like not
ASAP.
Saturday before.
For him.
Yeah, my life will be an utter wreck regardless. But like, we want to make good quality content, and that requires time. But
That's
we
right.
want you guys to be a part of it. And I think
And-
that's the biggest thing.
And last thing to remember is Thursday from 1 to 3 or 5 to 7, you can come up here and get filmed for the Mother's Day video. 1 to 3 or 5 to 7 on Thursday.
Yep.
Guys, we love you. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.